flies like a butterfly, but it stings like a bee. That's how the Indian Air Force pilots have described Prachanda, India's first made in India light combat helicopter. The Indian Air Force has been relying on choppers, especially for high altitude, but those are all basically US made, the Apache series, and that's where the dependency was. Still, of course, India has got into this new mode of wanting to build in-house, made in India products, including the defense line, and that's how we have Prachanda. Prachanda actually means fierce, and actually in technicality and in capability it is fierce and capable. It is a 5.8 ton baby which has a twin engine. The platform is equipped and armed air-to-air missiles, rocket systems and 20 turret guns, and it can attack fiercely, as its name says, when it is shooting at the enemies, whether it's its bunkers, whether it's its guns, tanks, drones, or the infantry of the enemy. But having said that, one needs to recognize that it is an LCH at the end of the day, which means that it is best in a no combat or a light combat sort of a environment, and therefore it is actually best suited for anti-insurgency operations than full-scale war. But again, I would like to qualify that in a situation like a Kargil war, which was on high mountainous terrains, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, where a lot of our army men lost their lives because they actually had to physically go up hills, this sort of a chopper would be ideal. Besides that, because of these requirements of combat, it is also equipped with a self-protection suite, which is an SPS, and which gives it a warning of incoming missiles, and it also has a counter measure dispensing system, which means that it can actually allay any sort of or dispense of any sort of incoming missiles. And it also has a crash landing capability, and the best is that it can work both in daytime as well as night. And not only can it just operate, it has also got a night warfare capability, which is actually really suitable. And that is why in the Made in India philosophy, which has been unveiled, of course, by the former CDS, Bipin Rawat, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's been emphasizing that we should not spend so much money buying defense equipment, rather manufacturing our own. This is part of that same thought process. And in March this year, therefore, when the cabinet met, they actually gave an approval of about 3,887 crore rupees to purchase 15 of these from HAL. And 10 of them are going to be given to the Indian Air Force, whereas 5 have been given for the Indian Army. So that's wishing the very best for the first Made in India series of the helicopter, not just in terms of, as I said, combat capability, but also for anti-insurgency operations, and hope that in future too, there's going to be a huge series where India is going to equip itself with defense equipment, which is purely made in India.